Nikki's breath hitched when she spotted a familiar set of shoulders cutting through the crowd. Luke strode toward her, jaw taut, determination carved into every step. Her shock must have shown on her face because Soren asked, "Is everything okay?" She stopped in her tracks, forcing him to do the same. For the first time, he stumbled, stepping on her toe. "Pardon," he murmured, as if embarrassed. She kept her eyes fixed on Luke. Not that it was hard to do. Everything about him drew her in. "What are you doing here?" A jolt of attraction zigzagged through her like lightning as she looked Luke up and down. He was wearing black trousers, a white dress shirt open at the neck, no bow tie. So Luke. Even without it, he looked fabulous. Everything about him screamed alpha male. And while Nikki got great pleasure out of pitting her will against his, and secretly liked his foolhardy determination, it drove her nuts. His hair was gelled, but the curls were unruly in the way she liked, especially when she ran her fingers through them. The defined line of his jaw and intensity of his posture made her pulse jump, even though she was furious with him. "What are you doing here?" she questioned again. Fury flashed in his eyes. "Is this what you meant by needing space?" His gaze landed on Soren, and the two eyed one another for one long moment. Nikki lifted her chin. "I had no idea he'd be here. Not that I need to explain myself to you." He grunted before lasering in on Soren. "When did your chariot pull into town?" Soren flinched. "I beg your pardon. Have we met?" "Nope," Luke said easily. The next second, he slipped so effortlessly into his disarming demeanor that a startled giggle rose in Nikki's throat. "We haven't had the pleasure. Luke Ellis. Soren." He blinked as if unsure how to react. Nikki couldn't blame the poor guy. First, Luke insulted him, and now he was oozing charm. Talking about throwing his opponent off guard, Luke was good. Nikki couldn't help but be impressed. "Nice to meet you." Luke held out his hand. Soren looked at it for a second before reluctantly clasping it. Nikki could tell from Soren's uncomfortable expression that Luke was asserting his authority with an overly firm grip. Another giggle climbed up her throat. Soren was used to people bowing to him, not squeezing his hand to the point of pain. When the two men broke their grasp, she half expected Soren to flex his fingers. "And how do you know Nikki?" Soren asked stiffly. Luke regarded Nikki with amusement before turning his attention back to Soren. "I'm sure you're astute enough to connect the dots." Soren frowned at Nikki. "You're involved with this man?" "You could say that." She cut her eyes at Luke. "At least, that is, when he's not being a jerk, which is the case 90% of the time." Luke quirked a grin. "You know you love me for it." She laughed. "Well, you're decent company 10% of the time. So what does that say?" "Better than your 5%, he fired back. "Hey!" She bunched her brows. "Exactly what are you saying?" "I'll let you connect the dots." "So I'm bad company 95% of the time, really?" The air held a sizzle of excitement that wasn't there before. Why did Luke have to be so dang appealing? His eyes flecked with a golden mirth. "And you said you weren't good at math."